Your team's playing pretty well right now. What do you think?
Yeah, we're playing for a lot of energy. I thought the other night we had a lot of gas going into the second overtime, so that was good to see that we was able to get up and down the floor and was in pretty good shape. Execution-wise, we're doing a little bit better, but you got to hit shots. As long as we hit shots, our defense, and we're turning people over a lot. So if we can continue to do that and hit some shots, then we'll be okay.
Guarding the three is going to be big tomorrow. That's the deal, right?
Yeah, the problem is you guard the three, but they're also drivers, and you don't have a lot of weak side help and all that. So, we're just going to have to be on the catch. When we're weak side and they skip past, we got to be there on the catch. If we're not, then they're going to hit a lot of threes.
How are they in transition?
They push up, and they set a couple flare picks. They're always looking for flare picks, 4 out, 5 out stuff. So they spread your defense out pretty good, and they all can shoot, so you can't really favor a lot of people. You can't sag off a lot of people.
Their point guard can get it to anyone, right?
She leads them in assists. I think she's averaging about 6-7 assists a game. But she's also a scorer, so she's another one that can shoot the three.
Have you guys gotten into better shape as the season's gone along? You mentioned having a lot of gas going.
Well, yeah, but we're down numbers a little bit, right. So yeah, they are getting in good shape. But with that, you worry about their legs and being tired and all that. So we didn't do a lot yesterday in practice. All we did was walkthroughs and some foul shots and stuff and film work. And so today we'll get after it a little bit and try to get ready for tomorrow.
As Mary, 22 and 19, that one of the better performances you've seen?
Yeah, she's coming on.
Yeah.
I think she's starting to get her wind back a little bit and being a little bit more aggressive. Offensive end and defensive end, so it's good to see that she's getting back to her old self a little bit.
What have you learned about this team over the last month or so? You mentioned you're playing at a better level now than you probably have in some time, so what has that kind of proven to you maybe about the resiliency of this
Well,
game?
I think the ball's not sticking as much on offense. I think we're moving the ball. Earlier in the year, the ball was sticking, in people's hands, and we weren't getting much ball movement. We wasn't reversing the ball. We weren't spreading the other team out where we had penetration chances and that type of stuff. So I think there's a lot better ball movement on offense, and I think defensively we continue to get better defensively, and our new players are starting to learn our defense better, and we're getting up the lanes and we're turning people over now, which makes us better. Anytime you can turn people over on a live ball turnover and try to get layups, you pretty high percentage shooting layups probably.
You're playing 2 point guards out there. How do you protect them defensively?
Well, it's tough because we do, and people are shooting over them a little bit. I'll be honest with you. They'll drive us to the paint, and we're in good position, but they just shoot over top of us. Yeah. But, you got to live with that. You got to live with that. I'd rather that shoot over top of us and then get a layup. So they're doing a good job defensively, and JJ continues to improve, and she's only going to get better.
And offensively, you're getting a lot from Madison right now.
Yeah, I think Madison, JJ, as Mary's starting to come on, Carey any given day could have a big game. So we have people that can score. We just got to be consistent in it.
In the beginning of the year, you talked about that was how you're going to have to score, not one player. So that's finally starting to happen for you.
Yeah, again, the ball's not sticking. You can't stand there and dribble 15, 20 seconds and try to get a shot off, and everybody out the other 4 are standing. I think it's better ball movement, it's better. We're running a little bit of a motion game. We're getting more movement, and several people are touching it. We're going inside out a lot more than we have been in the past, so that's good to see.
Last thing here from me, watched a little bit of the Iowa State-Baylor game. Was it Baylor that good, or because Iowa State was missing a lot
Baylor's big.
Okay.
Baylor's big.
So that bothered them shooting?
Their guards are big.
Okay.
Physical. Their inside's big and physical. So they're big. They got length. And that bothers shooters. Length bothers shooters. Okay. And, we don't have a lot of length on the perimeter like some of these teams have. So I think Savannah gives us the length on the perimeter. Some. And she helped us, quite frankly, the Kansas State game, she helped us with her length on their three-point shooters. We did a better job on them at their place than we did here against Kansas State.
Can you go inside against this team?
Absolutely. But they sag. They're not pressure nothing. If they're man to man, they're in a sagging man. If they're in the zone, they're in a sagging zone. They just want you to shoot over top of them. And if you're not hitting those shots, then you got to be patient. But if they are sagging, that's why it's so important that you reverse the ball and spread them out a little bit. Let them come from weak side to strong side, and then you can get it off the dribble.
The shots at the elbow, is that where the shots are with this?
We got to pound the ball.
Okay.
We got to pound the ball in the paint. We got to pound the ball in the paint.
And then inside out?
Yeah, we got to go inside out. Carey, we need our post players to have good games. If they have good games, and then our perimeter players are going to get wide open shots.
We need, I think, one more win to secure a non-losing season. Is there significance in that to you, or is it just kind of game by game, try to keep it going into the conference tournament?
It is to me. And it is to them too. I mean, we there's several games a year you should have won. There's probably a couple games we shouldn't have won. You know what I mean? So it all evens out in the end. But we're a better team than what our record is right now, and we just got to continue. I've said all along, we continue to get better. We're getting better right now. So we'll see what happens.